that same link. It's just that we're using two separate devices, and we have to. Oh, great! Someone has joined. Someone has like that means people are up there. Thank you so much. We apologize for the delay. We're trying to get across. We're trying to get the what they call it now, the Google Meet to connect with the YouTube, and it just didn't quite work out. So we apologize for that. We have had to let me do this. So this is like my setup on the Meet, right? And this is my setup on the Meet, and this is what we have. So we have several organizations here, and I would do well to put my mic close to the mic of this particular phone, close to this other phone. Oh wow, the vote left. I'll do well to put the mic of this phone close to this other phone so that people from the different communities that we have here can introduce themselves, and we take it up from there. So where do we start from? Can we start from the Yandy Tech Hub community? So please do well to introduce yourself and your community. Hello, Yandy Tech. Hello, Fatima or Precious from the Yandy Tech community. Okay, that's fine. For Women Tech Makers, Kwarimpa, are you blessing? Blessing, are you here with us? Oh,
Hello, we are here.
Christina, you're the one. Okay, great. Please, Christina, do well to introduce your community.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Christiana, and I'll be introducing Women Technicals Forum part to you.
Okay,
Please
great.
confirm that you can hear me, please.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. So, hello, everyone. Women Technicals Forum is a vibrant tech community based here in Abuja, focused on empowering women and girls to grow and thrive in technology. It is also part of the Global Women Techmakers Initiative, which is committed to creating visibility, community, and resources for women in tech. In
Oh,
Guarampa, the community provides opportunity for women to learn valuable tech skills such as UI UX design, data analytics, and software development. We also organize workshops, mentorship programs, networking events, and career sessions that help women build confidence and grow professionally. The goal is simple but powerful: to create a safe and supportive space where women can learn, connect, and succeed in the tech industry. So, to join us, follow our social media page, attend meetups and workshops or webinars, and also join our community group, which will provide the link in the description or in the chat box. And
oh,
importantly, show up, engage, and be willing to learn.
okay.
Whether you're a beginner or already in tech, there is a space for you. So, in summary, Women Techmakers Guarimpa is more than just a community. It's a platform for growth, connection, and opportunity for every woman interested in technology. So join us today. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Christina. So what I would have you do for us is do well to just go on the YouTube. You can exit the Google Meet because apparently we've not been able to really connect with that. So do well to exit this particular Google Meet now and go on the YouTube link, and do well to just if you have the write it up, and send it there. All right. Thank you so much. I'll be leaving this particular meet now. I had given Yandy Tech the opportunity to introduce themselves, but I guess they were not there. This is 8:49 already, and we had at some point we had 23 people on this stream, and because it seemed like we're not doing much, they are just out. Um, Today I'm going to be talking Dominion, you said you are live. So we are streaming live twice. I'm out of that this thing. I'm out of that this thing. So let's just go. So today we're going to be handling a very important thing about your business, right? And for those of us who registered on the Eventbrite page, we are going to be sharing it across. We apologize once more for starting late. It was a YouTube Google Meet thingy, and this video is going to be up here. It's going to be here for as long as possible, so anybody here can join in. So it is true. This is me just beginning straight up. It is true that you cannot give what you do not have. So go out to find what you need to give and how to get it. You know, it's one thing that they say, oh, you cannot give what you don't have, and all of that. And that statement actually often leads people to feel powerless. Oh, so if I don't have money, then I cannot give money. If I don't have growth, then I cannot give growth, right? That type of thing. That's how a lot of people think about it. But beyond that, I want to add that go and find out what you need to give and go and look for ways to get it. There are no two ways about it. A lot of the people that are giving, or I mean the Tony Elumelus of this world, who are empowering people with $5,000 if money is what tickles your fancy, the Malala foundations of this world, the Malalas of this world, who are actually impacting people in the social impact side, they did not, if you check all their stories, yes, they may not say everything in public, but if you check all their stories, you find out that they did not have it all figured out when they began. So the onus is on us right now to go and look for what we need to give, that thing that we figured out that we need to give, that thing that people are coming around our businesses saying that they need, saying that they want. That's the type of value that they want. It's all up to us to go out and look for those things that these people need and find a way of getting it. Now, I would move on to the anatomy of humans, and I would tell a very interesting story. And I'll use the family setting I'll use the family setting as a very interesting thing to point towards that whether you're in the social impact space, whether you're in the social impact space, whether you're in the business space, whatever space it is that you are in, it is very important to know that you are not one person to everybody. There are at least three variations of you. There are at least three levels of relationships that you have with every other person around you. Using the family as an example, you are, for a man, you are a husband. For a woman, you are a wife, right? If you are the adult in the family. When you go out, you are a colleague. Or when you are running your business, you are a service renderer. And if you have a child, you are a mother or you are a father. These are three different expressions. And when you say, oh, a child, then what if the person is a child and all of that? As a child, you are a child to your parents, you are a son or your daughter to your parents, and you are a classmate to your schoolmates, and you are also a playmate to the people around you. You are a neighbor to some of that person. So one of the very important things that we often confuse as human beings is the fact that we are one thing, or our business is one thing to everybody. For every business owner, for everybody who is working or everything or anything, you are delivering value on one level to your clients, right? That's one level of relationships, right, that you have. On another totally different level of relationship that you have is your relationship with your co-workers. So every business owner, all of us, we have three very important core personalities that are locked up inside of us, and we have to understand the different variations of these personalities for us to be effective, whether at work, whether in our own businesses and the like. The first thing is there's an entrepreneur locked up inside of you. The entrepreneur guy or lady that is inside of you is the person who solves problems, is that version of you who sees how challenges can be transformed into opportunities, right? That's the entrepreneur version of you, the person who sees how, oh, we are low on sales, and that part of you that sees, oh, how can I ensure that we leverage this low season of sales to maybe create a marketing campaign that will lead us into sales forevermore, forever and ever. There is the manager type of you. There's the manager part of you. The manager part of you is the person that wants everything done in a certain order because of some of the challenges that has happened before, right? That is the manager part of you. And finally, there's the technician part of you, the part of you that actually goes on to do the work. As a proper business owner, as a human being that is existing in 2026 and who wants to live fully, you have to understand, if you don't take anything out of what we are talking about tonight, one of the most important things you have to understand is that we are not one person to everybody around us. We are not one person to everybody around us. We are totally different people. If you meet the version of you that is in the head of the person that is sitting beside you, you may be so shocked about how differently this person perceives you. So it's very important that while you are true, while you are genuine to yourself, it is so important that you realize that the person beside you has a particular perception of you. The person beside you has a very interesting perception of you, and it's not something that you can manage. It's not something that you are to lose your sense of self-worth trying to manage while you are just trying to live and while you are trying to exist. There are things that you do naturally, and when you do that, you would effectively meet the different needs of the different people around you. Now, the crux of the matter, what we are basically talking about today, is your business most valuable asset. Now, a lot of people don't know, but life is a business. Your life, the fact that you are alive today, it is one of the most serious businesses. That's why you cannot just choose to. Dominion, please help me check. Are there people typing messages? Has anybody dropped any message? Please, WTM Guarimpa, please do well to drop the link to what you do and the links to your community. Also, Yandi Tech, do well to do that. It's just sad that we couldn't get the Google Meet. It's just sad that we couldn't get the Google Meet running. So, you said?
It's running.
Please just tell them to leave and join us on YouTube. So, your business most valuable asset. A lot of people think that, oh, you want to start a business, so what do I need to start a business? Here in Africa, you hear capital is the only thing holding me. Oh, money, once I just have money like this, I'll be able to do this, I'll be able to do that. But I promise you that a lot of people have had capital, and if you are going to be very honest with yourself, you find out that there are periods where you have had some series of monies that have come into your hand, especially if you have been adulting into your 30s and you have tried to embark on some business ventures, and you found out that the money was just not enough. As well, before that time, you thought that, oh, it's just capital. Once I get capital, it's going to be fine. Once I get capital, sorry, message popped up and that was what distracted me. Once I get capital, it's going to be fine. Once I get capital, I'm going to do very well. But that actually is not so. I'll be going deep into the 3 important aspects of you that you can leverage to. I think I should just get my eyes off of the numbers and the things that's going on off of the street, so up on the screen, so I don't get distracted. There are 3 very important parts of you that you have to balance, and I will be diving so deep into it right now, and I just hope that we learn a few things around it. Now, for people say, oh, we have different personalities, and the like. Different people do different things, different people talk about different things, and that's why people manage businesses differently, or that's why people manage their life differently. Yes, while we are relatively different, we are extremely the same. We are similar, but we are not the same. Let me put it that way. Similar in the sense that all of us have an entrepreneur inside of us. All of us have that part of us that feel like, oh, this thing is good, this thing is great. Once there's a challenge, I'm going to solve it. Oh, fear has gone up. If I just do this and do that and do that and do that and do that, I'll be able to get this particular thing. For example, the issue we had on this live stream initially, the technician part of me was trying to figure out what do I do to ensure that I work. But the entrepreneur guy, the entrepreneur part of me was wondering how can I actually surmount this challenge such that subsequently I don't have to get to have such a challenge as this. And this, once you tap into your entrepreneur part of you is always going to be tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. You are going to see solution to every single challenge that there is on the face of the earth. And on the flip side of it, you are going to ignore the now. You are going to ignore the things that you have learned before. Then the second part of us that we have, every human being has this, is the manager. The manager is the person who learns from the past. I tried to go live before and it didn't work, so I'm not going to do Google Meet and YouTube again. I'm just going to go live on YouTube and I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to find a way around it. That's how the manager will react to the challenge that we faced on this webinar. That's how the manager would react to the challenges that we faced on this webinar. Okay, this has happened now. I'm never going to do this again, and all of that. The technician is the fix it person. The technician wants to fix it now. The technician just wants to fix it now. Fix every single thing now. So if you are your business's most valuable asset, the big question that everybody asks is how do I grow? If I am my life's most valuable asset, if I am my business's most valuable asset, the biggest question that we get to ask, the biggest question that will be asked is, how do I grow? Please, can you help me reduce that volume? Thank you. How do I grow? How do I really, really grow? There are a few things that I have put down here. It's sad that I couldn't share the slide, but as many of us who registered, I'll do well to send it across to us. The big question that we all ask is, how do I grow? How do I ensure that I grow? What are the little things that I can do and put in place to actually ensure that I even out these three parts of me and I'm able to get the best out of these three parts of me? The first thing that I wrote is consistency. See, a lot of us quit too early. A lot of us want intensity. I would give this example. So there's someone who I know, whenever I write about people putting on weight and just leaving themselves and just letting go like that, see, the problem is not that they are indisciplined. The problem is just that they want to miraculously lose weight. They want to lose weight in a minute or two. They want to lose weight in 3 minutes. They want to lose weight in 5 days. Weight that they are taking like 5 years, 6 years, 10 years of their lives to put on. They now want to miraculously one day just wake up and put off the weight. It doesn't make any sense. That's not how life works. And so one of them, the person very close to me, I said, you know what, if you can pick just one exercise and you do it every day, consistency is not intensity. It can be very different from intensity. For people who go to the gym, you know that if you're on the first day of the gym, if you go there and you try to carry some maybe 50 kg, all of that, if you are a fully grown adult, your muscles may permit you to deadlift it or to carry it for a little while, but after that you will find out that you go home and your hands will be wasted. But with consistency, it is, you will carry 5 kg, and the goal is to carry 5 kg consistently until the next 6 months, until the next 1 year. And so this person, every time that I have written, they'll come and tell me, oh, do you know some women have PCOS, some women have this, some people are big boned and all of that. And I'm like, you never see me write about people having supermodel bodies, because I don't even have supermodel body. I don't have a supermodel body. I don't have six packs. I don't have any of those things that will tempt you to say that, oh, I'm a fitness fanatic or whatever. My major challenge is, make sure that you are mobile, make sure that you are exercising, and be as fit as you possibly can while shedding on some extra weight. And this person would always argue and they would get really offended. Very recently, the person told me that she had skipped consistently for 37 days and she was enjoying it. And I asked, how many times do you skip? How many skips do you do in a day? And she said that it can go up to 700. Up to 700. And I said, so is 700 not too much? And she was like, no, that she's doing it in sets, and she can go like 50 sets for, I think, 14 times, and that makes her sweat, and that makes her feel good, and that makes her get feel fit and get fit. And I smiled because erstwhile, a few years back, whenever I would write about us taking responsibility for our bodies and going at it and ensuring that we exercise daily, a lot of people will meet me with they will just think that is a personal attack. But when this person perhaps had listened to me, my many rantings of not giving up, with not just accepting the cards that we are dealt here in Africa and in the third world, this person began to consistently skip. She didn't skip, of course, she didn't start 700 per day, but she has grown into doing an average of 700 skips per day, and that can translate to whatever it is in your business. So if your social media has been very poor and you want to start selling on social media, don't wake up and say, okay, I want to make 3 posts every day, one morning, one afternoon, one evening. No, that, and you have not been posting for weeks. Who told you that you can post? Who told you that you are good enough to post one morning, one afternoon, one evening? And that's how we use intensity to kill the seeds of consistency that we can grow, right? You post in the morning, you post in the afternoon, then you now forget to post in the evening, then you feel so bad. The next morning you are almost not posting, the next afternoon you are not posting, and before you know, you have gone back to that cycle, that vicious cycle of not posting, and not posting. Take it bite size. Do one post. If you have not been posting at all for weeks, do one post every 2 days. It's okay for a start. When you've gotten a hang of one post for 2 days, then you can do one post in a day. If you have not posted regularly, one post in a day for some 1 month, don't think that you can do 3 posts in a day for the next 6 months. Just start very little. Start with consistency. There's this very interesting, with consistency in view, there's this very interesting quote that says that culture will always eat strategy for breakfast. So the big question is, what is your personal culture? Culture is not something, when in Africa, people that dobale, people that bow, people that do that, they didn't just wake up one day. Someone created, okay, this is how we want younger people to greet elderly people. Not everybody bought into it at that particular time. It took time, the person doing it over and over and over and over again, and correcting over and over and over and over again before it got stuck as a culture. You see, when we're younger, washing your mouth used to be a challenge again and again and again. Go and brush. Oh, why do I need to brush? Why do I need to brush? Why do I need to brush? Or go and have your bath. Why do I need to have my bath? Why do I need to have my bath? Why do I need to have my bath? Our parents forced us to do it until it became something like a culture that now some of us cannot stay a full day without not washing our mouth or having our bath. It's not something that happened to us like this. Even walking, some of the things that we take for granted, walking, breathing. Some babies come out of the womb, they are not able to breathe, they have to pat them at the back or on their bum bum, and then they let out a cry. Then that cry forces them to actually take in air and all of that. What I'm saying is that For you to grow as an individual, you must say there are some things that you must be consistent at. It's not intensity. Take your small wins. Be ready to start as a beginner. The second thing that you have to do if your life is going to dramatically improve is you have to have foundational knowledge. See, forget it. Forget, I mean, even this foundational knowledge self, if you don't have the knowledge of consistency, there's no way you'll be consistent. If you don't understand what consistency entails, that consistency is just showing up, it's not winning medals. Consistency is just showing up. You wouldn't be able to show up. So you have to understand in your area, if you are a banker, how many success stories, how many people are successful in the banking industry that you know? How many people have changed the game in that particular industry that you know? If you are a software developer, do you know do you know the stories of success of the Facebooks of this world, the YouTubes of this world, the Instagrams of this world, the WhatsApp, the X's of this world? Do you know how many success stories do you know? A lot of us say we want success, but all we do is talk about failures and point out failures. See, it's what you focus on that you basically attract. It's what you focus on that you understand at the end of the day. So enough of looking at how other people are not doing things well. Go and look out for people who are successful and ask yourself what lessons, how did they do it? I know that not everybody comes out and tells you the full story of whatever it is. A lot of people will not tell you their privileges, that their uncles push the $100,000 into an account in case they fail. They'll still be all right. They'll still live very great lives and all of that. Not everybody will come out plain, but in that their story, no matter how embellished it is, you'll be able to find a little marker. You'll be able to find 1-2 things there that you can inculcate in your own journey, and most probably you end up where they ended up, because life is basically giggle, garbage in, garbage out. Yes, I know. Now I'm not saying that there's no place for luck, there's no place for blessing and all of that, but there's a quote that says if you are going to stumble onto success, you should have at least been walking on the road where success was. If you are going to stumble on success, you will not be standing, you will not be walking on the road where there's no success. So you have to understand and get a lot of success stories in your industry, in the things that you are interested about. What are the success stories there? What are the things that you have? What are the things that you have learned? What are the things that those other people have learned that you should know? So this is one of the very important assignments you can begin to give yourself if you are going to improve your business's most valuable asset, which is you. How many success stories in your field do you know? How many people have changed the game? How many people have changed their lives? How many people have impacted communities in doing that same thing that you are doing? Or around, if you say, oh, it's a very new industry, around the industry closest, how many people do you know how they started and how they've gotten to where they were, or how they got to a point where they were awarded? That's a very important thing. You have to have foundational knowledge. Without foundational knowledge and consistency, forget it, you wouldn't grow as a person. There's another very big question. How many books have you read? I will say this on this live stream. That's for people who may be thinking like me. There are people who are around me that can attest to it. I think by 2020, if you met me and you said, oh, Chima, how many books are you reading? I'll say, me read. It's not by all these self-help books. So don't. There are people that are successful without reading all these things. What happened? I came out from a place where you see someone that you respect start reading about finance, and in the next 2 weeks the person makes a very horrible financial decision, and you are like, I thought you were carrying something mindset of financial freedom or something on wealth. Then someone is reading something on wealth, so that has core principles on wealth. The person goes and messes up big time, messes up their money, messes it up big time. I mean, big time that a rookie will be like, you shouldn't make this mistake. The same thing with procrastination. I saw people that I respected read about procrastination and they became greater procrastinators. And so I'm like, so if you are reading, are we still live? We're still live, yeah?
You said I should end it.
No, I said like we're still live.
Yeah.
So I've seen people who read about procrastination. They read about procrastination today. You see them carry that book and all of those things. You know, you ask, who are the people who, so you me as a young man, I'll be very assertive and I'll be wondering, okay, let me even see. I mean, as a small child, let me see. I was in the hospital most of the time, and so I was stuck in a hospital bed, so I had all the time to survey my surroundings. I had all the time to look at who was bringing what. And you know, in the hospital it's very solemn, and so you see people with books sometimes just to stay, oh sorry, and all of those things. And you see someone read about something on procrastination. When I can, I will pick the book and try to read, you know, the front of the book, the back of the book. I'll realize what the person is trying to say, and that same person that is reading on procrastination becomes a worse procrastinator. That was the background that I came out from. That was how I saw self-help books. Like, it was a lie, it was just a scam that doesn't help anybody. And so by 2020, if you had met me, I'll say, it's not by all this reading and all of those things. But I had some encounters that began to change my life. I saw someone I saw someone who we grew up together literally listen to Jim Rohn. I saw someone begin to read, and his life changed right before my very eyes. And I said, if it can happen to this person who does not have any external privilege that I do not have, then I should really take this seriously. It took me quite a couple of years to get a hang of it and get to reading and all of those things. So if you are like me, that will say, who reading help? All these people is not by reading many books. How many books have you read? How many books? I know my uncle has read 1 billion books. My father has read 1 trillion books, and at the end of the day, nothing has happened. I agree, there are people, truly there are people like that. It is sad that there are people like that. However, if there is a treasure somewhere, it's only those that are hungry, it's only those that are really searching for it that will go and find it. So you can decide to gain more information. In fact, not even to literally change your life. Start first of all by gaining more information. I promise you, if by May you read 2 books, pick one area, not 2 books, 1 book self. You don't need 2 books. 1 book in an area that you, if you are in tech, go and look for a book, or maybe of how Instagram started or something. Just go and look for one of those people that you idolize. Get a book and say, this month I want to start with this book and finish it. By the time you are done with that book, you will find out that there are little things that will change. That's if you are genuinely looking to change. Or one of the things I realized is that many of these people who read these books, they read it because it was fashionable. They read it perhaps because they grew up where they said, book, go and read your book and all of those things. They did not understand why they were reading. They were not hungry for reading. A lot of them now do not read because now we have social media and we have phones. They rather scroll on their phones and watch AI videos. A lot of us, our mothers and fathers, are seated heavily on this table because a lot of us, our mothers and fathers, are seated heavily on this table because, I mean, we saw them saying, read your book, read your this, read your this, and now they've gone back to spending unholy amounts of time on social media. How many of them have been able to continue that reading culture? Watching AI videos, watching this one said that one said the other thing. In fact, some of the things that they share on WhatsApp as broadcast messages, if you see it, you wonder how, I mean, did you read this? Did you think about it before you went ahead to actually share this particular message? That just shows you their posture in life. And it's sad because the older generations of Nigerians or Africans, I will shake this table, they were just taught this personal survival. Very few of them, and that's why a lot of them are not happy. And that's the truth. A lot of them cannot be happy because they live their life selfishly for just themselves. It's about what me I will eat, what my family will eat. It's just about me, my children, my this. That's why, you see some people celebrate a birthday to the best mother in the whole world and all that. I be like, is it this woman, this wicked woman in that office is the best mother in the, I mean, you just wonder. You see how these people live double lives and are very, I don't know how to put it, are very uninspiring. There's nothing really inspiring about their lives. However, we as young people, thanks to the internet, a major barrier has been broken It's not about tying toys and doing Facebook reels or going into content creation and trying to make people laugh and everything. Not everybody will be Sabinus. In fact, let me even tell you, that first layer of content creators who just came and did everything and became funny and all of those things, that wave has come and it has gone. It will never, you have to be hyper smart. You have to come from a totally different angle before you can to even achieve the type of success that these people have achieved. Just following their template is going to be very tricky. You have to have something burning in your belly. You have to have something totally different, a totally different approach to it to be able to get remotely as successful as they are. I also hope that you know that there are more people, the people who are successful as content creators, I mean, that are comfortable to create as the sole job that they do. I hope you know that there are barely 10% of the people who create content. The vast majority of people who create content cannot say they will not do anything to support themselves, or else hunger will sit them down, pull their boxer and their pants and whip them with koboko soaked in pepper. So don't say that, oh, even if you say it's content creation, you want to do comedy, you want to do content creation, go and look for books of the people who are successful. There are different people who are comedians. I mean, outside here, I don't know if our comedians have written books, but go and look for some of the people who change the lives of their lives, their families, the lives of cities, the lives of nations using comedy. Go and look for someone. There must be a memoir somewhere. There must be someone who has written their story. Go and learn from their story. Then you will know. Then you will just know that it is not. I know that Kevin Hart has written something. I read a Kevin Hart book, I think in 2024 or so. So go and look for that foundational knowledge. It's very important. The last thing that I'll be talking about, I think it's the second to last thing, is get a balanced view of yourself. I said earlier that we are different things to different people. No go dey do pass yourself. There are some people that you cannot impress. I mean, if someone wants to slap them and you put your face there and they slap you, and because of the slap maybe spit came out from your mouth and it touched them, they will also join to slap you. How dare you stain my clothes? So get a balanced view of life. Know yourself. What do I want to, who is the type of person that I actually want to become? What do I want people to see or to think of when I'm stepping into a room? Have those answers for yourself, then begin to live genuinely and authentically by those things that you have answered. Not whether they see it today or they don't see it, it doesn't matter. For people who know me, they know that I take myself, especially in certain contexts, I take myself so seriously, and there are things that I will not, there are things that no matter who you think you are, be the president of the whole wide world, there are things that I will not let you say to me. So it's just because I've answered that question, who am I? What exactly do I want? What exactly do I want to be known for? What exactly do I want people to think of me when I'm walking into a room? I don't want to please you. I'm just living authentically by it, so that oftentimes over time you find out that people will wake up to the reality that you are now living. However, if you want to micromanage how people see you, then you are just going to waste your time. Another very important thing with getting a balanced view of life, I said get a balanced view of life, is how we take feedback. Some of us cannot take annoying feedback. In fact, at the football field today, I was telling her that one of the major things I'm working on myself right now is to ensure that when someone tells me something that I'm doing that they really don't like or they think is off-putting, right? It's not that it's just personally, a lot of people is, it's not just good. That I'm trusting God and I'm working on myself not to immediately just attack them and say, how can, it's not true, it's not, how dare you say that, or all of that. A lot of times we punish the people around us for their honesty, especially then we now say, don't lie, tell the truth and all of that. It's not true. People in your life will not be honest with you if you punish them for being honest. A lot of time honesty will come with things that are not really nice. They are not really. It's not every time that someone is honest that is going to make you feel good. So don't punish people for their honesty. Get honest feedback. What in fact, the person who tells you that your mouth is smelling, although it can be very very embarrassing, saves you, because that person that told you your mouth is smelling, if you have spoken to 20 people that day and your mouth is smelling, you know those 20 people have been like, oh mom, may this person just do come up for here. You know, they've done all of this, they've done this, and that's what has been going on in their mind. But the person that tells you, your mouth is smelling, go and get something, go and either wash your mouth or get a mint or something, that person has helped you for the several other people that you're going to see that day. However, because some of these things are not, it could be very as little as you are shouting so much. So when we play football, they told me, I have a certain football team, and they told me, oh Chima, some of the boys are complaining that we are talking too much, we are shouting, that it's kind of disbalancing them. We should let them be. I told them, okay, there's no problem. However, there'll be results for actions. There'll be immediate results for actions, because at the end of the day, we will not just let you be like that. There'll be results for action, so that there'll be law and order. And we've tried it today. We didn't quite talk and all of those things. And it happened today. And it's clear that they need somebody to actually command and guide them aright. Today, that they didn't have so much people instructing them on what to do. They didn't enjoy it. We didn't enjoy it. Nobody actually enjoyed it. So get a balanced view. They told me that, oh, we are talking so much, they're actually getting scared. We told them, okay, there's no problem. See, you don't understand where it's coming from. We calmed down and we didn't speak as much. And today they didn't quite enjoy it, right? And so that's the thing with feedback. Sometimes people come and tell you, this thing that you are doing is not good, and you know it is for their own good. If you shut them down quickly, especially for those of us who are parents, for those of us who have businesses and employees who cannot even disagree with us, if you shut them down quickly, the little things that the little things that they can do to improve the things that we're doing, there's no way they are going to tell us. There's no way they are going to tell us, because they don't know how we're going to take it. So a lot of us punish people for being honest, and that's a very terrible thing. If you are going to get a balanced view of life, you have to ensure that you reward honesty. Honesty is not sweet. There's a book that I read that I think Simon Sinek, he said, when we say honest, a lot of people try to find a way around it. Candor is candor is saying things as they really are. So am I living with candor? Am I as honest as possible with the things that I'm saying? Finally, to wrap it up, if you're going to improve, you have to accept that you need help. The reason why we are human beings and why we are communal beings is because we need help. So you have to accept that you need help. If you're going to improve as a human being, if you are going to improve your business's most important asset, you have to ensure and accept that you need help. None of us is Jackie Chan. None of us is a magician. None of us can do this thing by ourselves. I accept that you need help. On this webinar, for example, I have the people that I've worked. Normally, I can do webinars and say, oh, I'll do it on my own, design flyer on my own. Now AI has even helped us. Maybe design an AI flyer, talk on my status and all of those things. But I went out to get Yanni Tech Hub. I went out to get Women Tech Makers. I went to get Creativate Hub. I also reached out to some other hubs who did not quite respond. And this is me now telling myself that accept that you need help. So it's something that I'm practicing. Yeah, you will go fast alone, but you will go far together. With these few points of mine, looking at the time, I don't want us to exceed 9:30. I hope that I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that your business is you yourself. You are your business's most valuable asset. That's one. Number two, your life is a business. Your life is a total business. Number three, there are different parts, there are different dimensions of you. So you have to sit down and ask yourself, who is the type of person that I want to be when I'm walking into the room? What type of person should people see when I walk into the room? When you know that, then you begin to work on the things that you need to do to become that type of person consistently. As you are trying to Work on that consistently. Go out for knowledge, get foundational knowledge. Don't focus on failure, don't focus on the things that people have done wrong. Go and find people in your space who have succeeded. Go out there and you get it. Lastly, don't punish people for being honest. Let the people around you be very honest. I look forward to, without you actually punishing them for being honest, I look forward to seeing your questions and going on to answer it. Thank you so much for spending time with us. God bless you. So we're going to send the link to the different communities on there and on here on this live broadcast, and we'll continue. Thank you. Thank you so much.